Hello, good morning. Let me settle myself here. So, I know I'm not looking the best at the moment. I just woke up and I went for a walk and so I'll share this story in a minute. So, I saw two cop cars. And I'm on the verge of, can I fix myself here a little bit? I don't know. Of promoting my work in a larger way. And I'll share what that is in a minute here. And it's triggering me, this fear of being persecuted again. So I wanted to make this other video for you and for me. Because I figured if I'm doing clearing on myself, then I might as well be offering it to you too. So I'm still making this video. This is another video I'm making during the virus. We're just calling it the virus, and you can figure out what that is. I'm not calling it what everybody else is calling it because we don't need to give any more power to it or even really discuss it like that. So what I want to do for this video is, so first off, I want to share that when you're healing stuff, it comes in layers, and you might feel like, well, I already healed that, and you just have to do it again because it's just another layer. So I know that it gets annoying at times, and sometimes this happens like over the years that things will still come up, and that's just how healing goes. It's layers by layers until it just doesn't bother you anymore. And I can speak to the testament that you do get to what I call a 0 point. That I seem to be using that word a lot lately to describe it. I don't know where I got that word. I think I just got it from Spirit, but I may have heard it in a Scientology documentary that I was watching. They might be talking about a 0 point. I'm not really sure, but that is the word that just keeps coming to me when I'm writing about this stuff. And so the 0 point is basically the way that I am talking about it, defining it, is like when you don't have a trigger on something at all anymore. And what this virus has really showed me is that things that are very triggerable to other people, like a lot of the anxieties that people are running around with and fears and feeling out of control, I just don't have. And that's a testament to all the healing that I've done over the years, that you truly do get to the 0 point, even though you feel like you maybe at times you're going around and clearing these layers and it's like, I already healed this. Well, yeah, you're doing it again. So, so the first step is like, what is triggering you? So like, don't watch these videos if nothing's triggering you, right? I mean, you want to go into it when you're having an experience, okay? That's how it's going to help you. So what is currently bothering you? What is triggering you? Now I'll use myself as an example. I'll be the healer and the healee in this video to show as an example for you. Is that now I am putting myself out there. I'm basically talking to, I wouldn't say everybody, but a lot of people out in the real world, rather than being online, about conspiracy theories and about New World Order. And it's all this stuff that I love to talk about. And typically we're used to just talking about this stuff online. And Spirit has been guiding me to talk about it to people in life, face to face. And that has been sort of triggering me a little bit at times. It just comes up here and there because, and I notice how I watch people when I share certain information because I'm not sure if they're going to be triggered or how they're going to be triggered or what information they're taking in. I pay attention a lot to how people are digesting the information that I'm sharing with them. And one can even say I'm a little bit hyper vigilant about it, just watching them. And I know that so tying into that is that I started offering on my site I'm sorry if you hear the noise in the background. My dog is eating his chicken today. He gets raw chicken every couple of days, and that's him in his cage eating it. So please just ignore that, if however you can. Let me just make sure the volume is up here. Okay, so I have it up on my site, and I have been casually inviting people here and there to the gathering. And you're not allowed to have events at this time, but that's not really the truth. People are allowed to get together if it's a small group. And I have this recurring sort of fear that someone's going to turn me in, that I'm going to get a ticket or arrested for gathering a group or having an event at this time, even though it's just open to 3 people. I have that paranoia going on. Because again, I know that people, okay, I need to check on him sometimes just to make sure he's eating it okay. So even because I know that people are in a high state of anxiety and fear these days, and I know that when people are in the high state of anxiety and fear, they become very suspicious of other people. Like, I've been noticing that too. So it's just activating some stuff within me. I know it's related to past life stuff. I know in past lives I was very involved in the Illuminati and in enlightening people in general. And I know that I was a leader in past lives, and I had a lot of power. And I know a lot of those past lives, people turned on me and things went very wrong for me. So it's being triggered now, which is actually a great thing, because I'm working through it rather than hiding and not doing my mission. And it's interesting, again, to me, I've been sort of sorting this out for several days or a week or whatever. I was like, oh, is it, why is Spirit having me just do things in person? And now I understand why. I see the beauty of it. So, this is actually a wonderful thing, because a lot of times people hide behind their keyboards, and this is about bringing your work out into the world. So first step, name what is triggering you. Write it down and name it, and write down, like, I'm afraid of seeing cops in the park all the time. I'm always afraid they're coming after me. I'm afraid I'm going to get in trouble. I'm afraid I'm going to get a ticket. I'm afraid I'm going to get arrested. I'm afraid I'm going to piss off one of the cops. I'm scared of cops because, again, I feel like a lot of them might be thinking irrationally or being in fear, or so write down what those fears are. I'm always afraid that people aren't thinking the same as me, because I have a higher level of consciousness way of thinking, and that is sometimes, or a lot of times, triggering to people who aren't ready for that stuff. And then again, when people get triggered, you never know how they're going to act. And that has been an issue that I've dealt with my whole life, of triggering people and not even realizing why I was triggering them. It was just my energy, or just how I was in the world, and then having to deal with their emotions. So what I want to do for this video is I want to use this this healing method, which is called Dear Innate, or innate releasing. And this was developed by one of my teachers. Well, she's a healer, not really a teacher. One of the healers that I've worked with. And it comes from the teachings of Chiron, who is a channeled entity. If you Google Chiron, this guy, Lee Carroll, I think his name is, channels Chiron, and he talks about the innate being. And my understanding of that is that your innate being is basically what's considered your oversoul. Again, this is a little bit confusing, but just take it for what it is. It's your oversoul, and it's basically the part of you that is responsible. How people have miraculous remissions, instant remissions, or it's the part of you that is basically, I think, like the observer of you, and like your spirit, that I don't fully understand it, but it's basically like this oversoul of you that's like looking over you, taking care of you, controlling you. You know, I know the word controlling is, but like guiding you, like basically your spirit. And the idea is that I'm going to say these statements. All right, he's getting just close to the end, so I just have to pay attention. I might have to pause this if I... okay, so let me just keep going with this. So the idea is that I'm going to say some statements that is going to say, Dear Innate, and you're going to repeat the statements that I say, and then I'm going to do a clearing. I'm going to say a clearing. You're just going to repeat the whole statement, and you're going to keep just breathing through it, okay? And you may feel something, you may not feel something. I've gone through many rounds of this, and I've been like, this shit doesn't work. But it does work, and it's just another method to sort of tackle the healing, and sometimes it works better than others, okay? So we're just going to go through it, and let's just get started, okay? Dear Innate, I release the fear of being persecuted. So you're going to repeat that. Dear Innate, I release the fear of being persecuted. Dear Innate, I release the fear of being arrested. Dear Innate, I release the fear of getting in trouble. So you're repeating all that, and you could breathe through it and take it in. You don't have to make a big deal of it. Your innate body is listening, and we're clearing that. We're releasing it from your innate body. And sometimes you might want to do some tapping. If you know tapping around it too, you could do that. But just sit and have this experience, okay? And if you don't know tapping, that's fine too. You don't need to. You don't need to do a million different healing modalities. Let's just keep going with this one, okay? Dear Innate, I release the fear of being singled out in a bad way. Dear Innate, it is safe to be singled out. Dear Innate, it is safe to be a leader. It is safe to be a leader, the leader that I am. Dear Innate, it is safe to be the healer that I am. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be a healer. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be a spiritual teacher. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be seen amongst other people as a spiritual teacher, a healer, and a leader. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to release the things that have held me back. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to release my fears of being seen. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be seen. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be seen by other people. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be seen by cops. Dear Innate, I am safe around cops. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to do my work in front of cops. Dear Innate, it is safe for police officers to see me as a healer. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to lead people. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to do my healing work in front of other people. Dear Innate, other people's triggers do not affect me. Dear Innate, I totally disconnect from other people's emotions, fears, anxieties. Dear Innate, other people's emotions, fears, anxieties don't affect me. So I'm being guided to say that you can just listen to the clearings, okay? You don't have to necessarily say it as well, or you can listen and then go back and pause it and say it, because I know at times I'm saying it a little bit faster, and that's just how I'm guided to do it. So let's just carry on, but I had to say that to you guys. Dear Innate, I no longer have to do my healing in secret. Dear Innate, I no longer have to do my healing work in private. Dear Innate, there is nothing to be ashamed of with my work. Dear Innate, I release the shame around my healing work. Dear Innate, I release the fear and the anxieties and the worry around doing my healing work. Dear Innate, I release the fear of other people reporting me for doing my healing work. Dear Innate, I release the worries around how other people will react to the healing work I offer. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to rise. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to take my place in the world. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be seen. Dear Innate, I release the fear of being persecuted. Dear Innate, I release all persecution. Dear Innate, I no longer live in that world. Dear Innate, I release repeating patterns of the past. Dear Innate, I release all past life fears. Dear Innate, I release all current life fears. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be me. It is safe for me to offer my work in the world. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be seen. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to heal. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to enlighten and empower others. Dear Innate, I am safe to be enlightened. Dear Innate, I am safe to be awakened. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be awakened. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be enlightened. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to lead others into being awakened and enlightened. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to empower humanity. Dear Innate, I no longer need to hide. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to come out of the shadows. Dear Innate, I am proud of my work. Dear Innate, I am proud of what I offer to the world. Dear Innate, I am proud of who I am. Dear Innate, it is safe to be proud of who I am. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to offer my work in the world. Dear Innate, I attract other people who are ready to be empowered and are able to handle the energy and the healing work that I offer. Dear Innate, it is safe for me to be me. So just take a couple deep breaths. How are you feeling? Just let it sit. Let it be. Drink some water and let it be. Let it be. Walk away from this video. Walk away from thinking about whatever you were thinking about that was triggering you. Let it be. This healing will restructure your being in the next several hours, the next day or two, and just let it be. Don't overheal, okay? Overhealing means like, okay, let me go do another meditation, let me go do another healing, let me go do this, that. Stop it. Just stop it and let this settle into you, okay? And that's it. Have a good day. I love you guys. Bye-bye.